Hi friends, it's the Evolving Guys here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are opening a booster box of Paradox Rift as we try to get closer to a master set. If you do follow the channel, you know that we collect master sets, and we've done master set challenges for Temporal Forces, and now we're in the middle of doing a master set challenge for the new set, the current set, Twilight Masquerade. Paradox Rift came out before we started the channel, so we were of course opening Pokemon cards and collecting cards, but we didn't do a formal master set challenge. We do like to build master sets. So anyway, we're a little bit behind in Paradox Rift. You've seen in some of my other videos, I actually keep a list of the cards that I need for the different sets. This is my Scarlet and Violet piece of paper, and here's Paradox Rift. So we're missing 34 cards. I was just looking over my binder, and in some ways our binder's not in terrible shape. We have most of the main set, you know, getting up to the illustration rares. We have everything, not all the reverse holos, but we have all the commons, uncommons, regular rares, and double rares. And then we start missing some cards. We have some of the illustration rares, some of the ultra rares, more than I remembered actually. I also remembered looking through this that it's a really big set, and so that's part of the challenge here. But we're missing a handful of illustration rares, a handful of ultra rares, but where we're really missing is the special illustration rares and the hyper rares. And so once you get to card number 244, which is Tulip, we do have that, but then starting at card 245, we basically are missing every single card for the rest of the set. So we have a booster box. I am not sure. I think pull rates in Paradox Rift were starting to change. If you watch the YouTuber Danny Phantom, who I like a lot, and he talks a lot about pull rates, and it sounds like, you know, the pull rates were much easier in the early Scarlet and Violet sets, and then when you get into actually really starting with Paradox Rift, his theory is that Pokemon realized it was a little too easy to pull some of the harder cards, or the more valuable or desired cards, and it was maybe too hard to pull some of the other cards, and so they started recalibrating pull rates. And so Paradox Rift might be, it's kind of in the middle. I think Temporal Forces and Twilight Masquerade are meant to be a little bit harder. You still get, in our experience, you get 13 to 16 hits per booster box, at least with Temporal Forces and Twilight Masquerade. That's been the case. But what Danny thinks is happening is they're weighting it a little bit more towards the double rares, that you're getting more double rares as hits and fewer of the special illustration rares and hyper rares. And that has definitely been our experience so far. So we'll see how we do with Paradox Rift. Again, we're missing 34 cards. So we'll see how we do. Anything we pull that we already have, we can resell. And although this isn't a formal Paradox Rift Master Set Challenge, it still can, you know, we can reinvest any doubles that we pull and any trainers or anything else that has value. I don't know what our chances are. I'm hoping maybe, again, for 13 to 16 hits. And obviously, it'd be great to get a handful of the cards that we're missing. Again, we're missing 34, which feels like a lot. And the chances of pulling any particular card we're missing are probably not super high in this. But it's fun to open cards, and it's fun to do it with you all. So without further ado, let us get into our 36 packs. And the code cards, I'm going to keep these because actually we can redeem those. Oh, and we don't have to do any card tricks. And I'll probably want to blast through these like somewhat quickly because we have a lot to look through. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, 259. So this is, wow, look at that right off the bat. We needed this card. That's the special illustration rare Tulip. Actually, I have my cheat sheet right here on the side. I can take a quick peek. Oh yeah, so this card's not particularly valuable, $8, but we do need it, so that is awesome. We're off to a good start. I'm just going to set these aside. Actually, why don't I'll grab our pulls and sleeve them up, and maybe we can review them. Sorry for my hand there. We'll get a few penny sleeves out and ready. All right, well, that is good. We are 1 for 1 as far as pulling stuff that we need for the set, for the master set. So booster boxes, I got this one a little while back. I knew I wanted to eventually open it on the channel just to try to work on our master set. I know this is a little unceremonious, right, when you do it so fast. Zekrom, okay. So, but I know you guys have other things to do as well, so we will blast through these. Yeah, but it is fun. Paradox Rift, again, in particular, is one I haven't opened. I mean, we've opened some, but not a ton. It hasn't been part of any, again, Master Set Challenge on the channel. All right, I think we have that one. But again, if we do have it, that's not a big deal. We can resell and, you know, use that money and plow that back into the Master Set. But hits are hits. Again, as we know, it's hard to chase particular cards by opening packs, but also the flip side is it's hard to get cards that you need if you're not opening packs. You can buy singles. I definitely like to buy singles. I feel like our local card stores haven't had as many singles in general. And we do need some of the reverses. I didn't look specifically to count up how many reverses that we need to finish the set. But I'm sure we need some. We haven't opened enough to have everything that we would need. So reverses will help. I found that with Temporal Forces, there's been quite a lot of cards that we could sell off, even just commons and uncommons, some of the regular rares, the trainers. It seems like a pretty decent crop of trainers. So once I get through these, I'll open these packs kind of quickly here on the channel, and then I actually like, and do you guys like processing your cards? Do you like just kind of, you know, after you've opened some stuff, do you have a system? Do you have a way that you put things away? I definitely do, and it's developed over time. Maybe one of these videos I will kind of show you all where I put my cards. I've got, I've got a sorting system where everything is now pretty well. It's like a well-oiled machine, and I really do enjoy. It's kind of nice, enjoyable. I was going to say mindless work. It's not really mindless. All right, there's something coming up. Tapu Koko, all right. Again, I think we have a lot of the ultra rares and the illustration rares for this set. Again, more than I remembered. So I'm not sure if we need that. We are missing a few, but I don't know which ones off the top of my head. I'll have to consult my binder and my list. But getting some of these cards, I'm a little bit... I try to follow the TCG to know generally what is doing well on the meta. And Limitless TCG is a good website for those of you who, even if you don't play the trading card game, the Pokemon trading card game, you can follow what decks are doing well and tournament results. And if you're into the cards, if nothing else, it's good to know which cards, especially which Pokemon are doing well in the meta, and also which trainer cards are perhaps more valuable. There's a double rare. Again, I'm not sure. I think Paradox Rift is that set where they're maybe transitioning. I'd have to check Danny's work to remind myself, but they were starting to move to maybe a similar number of hits overall in a booster box, but more of those being double rares as you get closer to Temporal Forces. So I forget if Paradox Rift, how they fare, if we're going to end up with... I mean, I've been really, really reliably getting 6 double rares out of a booster box of Temporal Forces or Twilight Masquerade even. We're not opening a booster box, we're opening individually sleeved packs, but even every 36 packs, like clockwork, we're getting Snorlax doll. Yeah, every 36 packs in Twilight Masquerade, we're getting 6 double rares. So we'll see how many double rares we get in this opening. I guess 6. I mean, if it's less than 6, we have all the double rares, and they're, of course, less valuable ones anyway. So I wouldn't mind if we got fewer double rares and maybe, yeah, some other, I mean, and I don't know the special illustration rares. We're finding that it's kind of 1 every 2 booster boxes in Temporal Forces and Twilight Masquerade. So nothing there. So it definitely would be disappointing not to get any, although I guess I already pulled one, right? I think that tulip that we pulled, even though it's not particularly valuable, would be, so let's hope we get more than one. All right, so we're starting to slow down a little bit here. We've got 4 hits so far. I don't know, I'm sure I'm not halfway. Maybe I'm a third of the way in. I mean, I would be pretty disappointed with 12 or fewer hits. I think 13 and 14, there's something coming up. Yeah, just a regular double rare there. So let's see. Yeah, how is your Paradox Rift openings? Are you still working on that as a set? I know it is so hard because the sets just come so frequently. I mean, part of my motivation for doing the channel is, you know, we're trying to collect these, and maybe in a way it gives us a little bit more accountability, you know, and just a little more structure to our collection. I mean, I haven't done these formal challenges, obviously, before I started the channel. I would just open some packs and then start buying singles, and there wasn't maybe a super particular rhyme or reason to my approach. And so one benefit of doing the channel is that we're kind of going to experiment. We're going to try different ways to build master sets and see if there's a better way versus another way. So if you're following along with Temporal Forces, we bought a booster box case, so 6 booster boxes, and we opened all 6 of them, resold what we didn't need, and worked to build a master set, and that worked pretty well. We ended up 3 cards short of a master set, and so we, but yeah, we got pretty, I mean, we didn't open all those originally in packs, but between what we were able to open ourselves and then the resale of the stuff that we pulled that we didn't need or that had other value, we got pretty close. And then I did go ahead and just buy the remaining 3 cards because we were so close, and it's just kind of nice to put a bow on it and be done. We now have a, one nice thing about that too is, you know, it also affects my buying behavior going forward, because now we have a complete set of Temporal Forces, so I don't need to open any more Temporal Forces. It's not that I would never open one if, oh, nice. I think do we need that? No, maybe we don't. I don't know. Gimme goal, all right. Cool card. Don't know if we needed it though. But yeah, Temporal Forces. Yeah, we got pretty close to a master set, and we bought the final 3 cards, and so now I don't have to buy. Well, I don't have to buy any more Temporal Forces. It's not, again, that I would like turn it down if someone handed me a pack to open, but I just know that all things equal, I don't have to go out and buy any more packs of that. If I get a pack of that, unless I have a use for it on the channel, I can resell it or find another use for it. But it does help my collecting in that other kind of more subtle way that, you know, if you have a complete set, then you don't have to chase cards. We know it's not very useful to chase a single card by opening packs. Not that I haven't done it. We're going to do some of that on the channel. There's some Sword and Shield sets where we're just missing 1 or 2 cards, and we are going to open some Sword and Shield in hopes of finding those cards we're missing. But, you know, we know realistically, hey, I do not remember, again, if we need that. I think I do. Yeah, it looks like we did need that. I'm peeking at my cheat sheet over here. Yeah, not a particularly valuable card. That's the thing with, I don't know, with Paradox Rift, I mean, opening to get a master set at this point. I mean, on one hand, I think it would be over $400 to buy all the rest of the cards we need in a booster box, you know, you can get for not, you know, $100 or less. I think I paid less for this. But when you're opening packs, you're not going to pull the stuff that you need. So it's always that trick, right? I mean, I mean, $400 is a lot of money to spend on single cards. So I think my philosophy for now is just to open some more and see if we get any closer. And then you know, at some point we'll obviously have to buy some singles, but I know with the openings we're doing on the channel for Twilight Masquerade and Temporal Forces, it is nice when if you can even pull just a couple of the most valuable cards, you know, from just regular old packs. Because we're going to have to open packs just to get the commons and uncommons and reverses and all the other stuff we're seeking. And so if you're opening packs and if you just can get a hit on a couple of those higher end cards, that really helps, you know, defray the cost. We are definitely getting double rares, so I'm going to have to count them up, but it seems like maybe Paradox Rift is one of the transition points. I mean, we pulled a hyper rare, which is pretty nice. I mean, as far as rarity goes, at least in Twilight Masquerade and Temporal Forces, that has been the hardest thing for us to pull, is to pull the hyper rares. They're not the most valuable cards, but man, yeah, we are getting a lot of double rares here, so that is not exciting. Most of those, I mean, one nice thing, if we pulled an iron, hands, that would be okay, because that is a very valuable double rare, maybe the most valuable double rare, so that at least we can recoup some cost. And the trainers, I don't know if there's any super exciting trainers in this. All right, let's see how we're doing. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs. Move that out of the way. All right, 7 packs. We've been blasting through these. I feel like we haven't made a lot of progress on what we need for the master set, and I don't know that we pulled a lot of value either, so that will be, well, this, you know, might be a lesson learned. Even when you have 34 cards you're missing, we might just be better off taking our $80 or $90 for a booster box. At least one nice thing about Paradox Rift is there's no single card that's super crazy in this set. I mean, Roaring Moon, I think, is the most valuable, and it's not, like, so out of reach. I mean, again, spending $450 on cards is a lot to finish the set, but it still might be, you know, we can whittle away at it a little bit at a time. I mentioned on one of my other videos that because I am also trying to finish some master sets in the Sword and Shield block, and that, of course, as you know, ultra rares have gone super crazy, and so my approach has been to kind of pivot. I mean, hope that the price will go down, try to pick up some of the low-hanging fruit, like if there's any relatively affordable cards in Sword and Shield that I still need, or anything that's not going like totally bonkers. Hey, Norman. All right, what's a hit? I think these full art trainers, there's just something about, I think, you know, I feel like in Sun and Moon and at least early Sword and Shield, these were really coveted cards, and now I just feel like they're almost like bulk full art cards. So they're cool to pull. I mean, when you see one, you're kind of excited, but then you realize it's probably like a $3 card, and at least as far as like filling out a master set. All right, we have 2 packs left. Let's count up what we have. Again, the very first pack we opened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, 12 hits. Again, I feel like that's the low end. I would expect or hope for at least one more. I think another interesting gauge. There's 1, 2. I'm counting the double rares. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 double rares. I mean, that's pretty consistent. 5 double rares. The rest are other hits. I think 1 special illustration rare, 1 hyper rare. That's probably about right. Maybe actually more than you would expect. So, got lots of trainers. Again, we can resell things. Okay, nothing here. All right. So we'll take the last pack a little slower, but thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in, for helping us work towards completing our Paradox Rift master set. I'd love to hear from you. How are you? Are you working on Paradox Rift still? Again, I was saying earlier that, you know, the sets come so fast. Yeah, I mean, we did Temporal Forces, and now Twilight Masquerade. We're already mid-June, and Shrouded Fable is 6 weeks away. So we're working hard to work on Twilight Masquerade, but then also at the same time trying to work backwards to these sets that we didn't complete, like Paradox Rift. And so anyway, we'll probably keep working on Paradox Rift on the channel. But are you working on Paradox Rift? How do you work on master sets? Do you work on master sets? Do you like to still rip packs? Or do you just buy singles? How do you do it? So, all right, this is our last pack. We will see how we do. Again, we had 12 hits, 5 double rares, maybe kind of an underwhelming box, it seems, but you can't win them all. And there's still one more pack, so who knows? We'll see what we can pull. So, Fidelite, Oricorio, Swablu, Panseer, Dondozo, Beluza, Technical Machine Blindside, Parasol Lady First Reverse. Hey, Wimpod, we did get an illustration rare. And Ting Lu. All right, that is our last pack magic, if you want to call it that. We'll sleeve it up. 13 hits. And a couple cards we needed, perhaps. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Check out the channel for other videos. We do our Master Set Monday series. We're working on a Twilight Masquerade Master Set. Teaching Tuesdays, where I try to pay forward some information about the hobby, especially for you folks who are new. And today is a Wildcard Wednesday. Just we're kind of returning to that master set challenge idea, and we're just trying to get this master set of Paradox Rift a little closer to complete. So thanks for following along. Keep checking the channel for other videos, and we'll talk to you soon.